You ready for your hoofs trimmings, Orlala? You ready to get your nails trimmed? Maybe? So we can get you sheared up. Alright, let's get your nails trimmed. Alright, I have Orlala attached to a tree. I don't know if this will work or if we'll have to use the hammock, but I have the rope really loosely on her, and it's kind of braced against itself so it can't tighten. Hi. Can't squeeze her. So it's like very, very loose on there, just enough to keep her still. So I'm sitting on the ground with her. She's tied to the tree. I'm facing the opposite direction, and there's mosquitoes trying to get me. And then I put my hand around her leg like this, and I lift her foot up and hold it up like this so that I can reach it with my other hand. And then I trim her nails, and she does struggle against me, but since she's a forward-moving creature, she goes into my body instead of away from it. Alright, it's gonna be complicated. I can't do it on camera, unfortunately. So now that we have got her hoofs trimmed, we are going to shear Orlala. I have brought her back over to the house. I have her attached up to this heavy thing so that she can't escape. And I'm going to shear her standing up. I have a bucket of water to clean the shears between trimmings. My shears are not like the best, like I said, so they have to be washed rather frequently. Anyway, here we go. Let me see your face. Let me see your face. See where we're at. So this is where we're at so far. You can just barely begin to see Orlala again. Yeah. Oh, sweet baby. So, my process is not what people would call efficient, because we do take lots of breaks between times. Whenever I need to stop to cool off the clippers, I give them a wash and I let them go back to grazing. So the process to shear one sheep is typically 3 hours. It's much longer than people do usually. A professional shearsman can shear an entire sheep in 3 minutes. But we like to take our time with it. I like to take time with it because it makes sure that sheep can stand up and they can graze and take breaks, and I can enjoy the process just as much as they do. Ori, I'm sad I didn't get it on camera, but while I was trimming her face, Ori closed her eyes and just kind of slept in the palm of my hand while I was trimming her face. So, lots of different ways to do it. You just decide what you want to do and get it done the way you want to do it. Taking another break between shears. We've got Ori's face and front part of her neck all taken care of, and Puzzle is over here moping that she doesn't get to go. Yeah, I see your face. You're such a moper. You're such a moper. And Ori's taking another break over there while I clean my blades off. We're on our second break now with the lambs, with Orlala's shearing day. It's kind of funny. I became disenchanted with the concept of efficiency when I realized that you can't really build a relationship that is meaningful and efficient. Everything that is meaningful seems to take a lot of time. Efficiency is for getting the job done and getting more done. But if the relationship is what is important to you, then take your time with it. So this is the good thing about the Lister Star clippers. You can't really hurt anyone with them. This is the worst I've ever gotten from when I nick myself with the shears. It's not really that bad. Just barely surface damage. So that's the good thing about it, is that it can't really hurt me and it can't really hurt them. So, well, we were just about to have ourselves a second shearing when my neighbor's pit bull got back into my yard. And it's all nice and relaxed until a pit bull gets in your yard. And then Ori puzzled dumped water all over me. She doesn't like the dog. Ori doesn't mind, as you can see. At least he's not chasing her this time. That's good. Riz, go back home. Go on. Ori says, go home. Well, I'm gonna have to go catch him and put him back over the fence. I'm all wet now. So rude. Right in the middle of our calm shearing day. So rude. Yeah, so rude. In the words of Rachel Lynn, my afternoon's spoiled. Just put water all over my tarp. Take a minute for that to dry. The dog's back in his own yard again. Puzzle and Ori are none the worse off. Well, I might pick this up again tomorrow. Do a little bit more shearing tomorrow. Need to dry that tarp. But it's perfectly fine to take a break, because you know. Oof. My limp rooster is out and about too. We need to put him back before that dog gets back and tries to eat at him. He's so happy though. Oh well. It is what it is. Trying to teach my neighbor's dog to stay in his own yard is not an easy task. But at least I've taught him to be nice to the sheep to an extent. If they start running around like crazy, then he'll chase them naturally. That's in his instincts. Luckily, they're pretty well trained too, and they stand their ground, which is good. Anyway, pick it up back up tomorrow, I guess. Anyway, that's how you have a nice relaxing time while shearing sheep. You just take your time with it. Take a break. If you look at it as a job, and if it is your job, then yeah, you want to get it done quick. But people, when I was studying how to shear sheep, they kept saying, you want to get it done fast. You want to get it done fast so they don't get stressed out. If you are working with sheep that don't have a whole lot of interaction with people, that is a problem. But if you are getting sheep to be your own, and you know you're going to be hanging out with them a lot, then it's really not that big of a deal. You can take your time with it. And then just enjoy the time that you spend together. It's all good. And a lot of people also ask if shearing sheep is painful for the sheep. I would say it's uncomfortable for the sheep. When they're being sheared by an expert professional shearsman, he usually puts them over on their bums and then rolls them around so he can shear their stomachs and their heads and their bodies and stuff. I shear mine standing, so I don't roll them around like that, but it still is a little bit uncomfortable because the wool, as it's coming off, it locks with itself, and it's heavy. Wool is heavy. It's a heavy fiber. And so the fiber that's still attached that hasn't been cut yet can be a little bit tuggy. It can pull on their skin a little bit, and they have very sensitive skin. So it's uncomfortable, but it's not painful if you do it right. Obviously you want to be careful not to cut them, but my shears don't really have that problem. Mosquitoes have been crazy today. She's getting tickles. She's getting tickles, and that's why she does the lippity lip thing. Anyway, there you go. I will pick up again tomorrow. Those fresh ends on the pine tree sure do smell good. I wonder if I could eat them. You make them look so delicious. Pinky puzzle pie. So expressive. Every day's from something fun. Now she smells like pine needles. Yep, her breath smells minty fresh. I love you. You gonna come and get tickles now? Yeah? Naturally. Naturally. Yeah, tickle her tummy. On that little naked bald spots. Tickles. She likes that best, huh, Puzzle? So before we get started shearing, I get my clippers out. I use the Lister Star clippers. The blades it comes with aren't really good for cutting sheep or shearing sheep, so I do have these, which are much better. They're not really the best, I think, for shearing sheep because it doesn't move through the wool quite as well as like a bigger one, you know, it has the bigger prongs on it, but it works for my needs, so it's fine. And I have oil at the ready for the clippers, and I have some scissors to do the little jobs. Before I do any of this, though, I'm gonna need to get their hooves trimmed. It'll be fun.